Good morning. Coming up this morning on DC News Now, a lot of questions after several sets of keys were stolen from a valet in downtown DC.
Yeah, what we know this morning from police, plus heads up drivers, a new program from Metro working to stop people from parking in bus lanes. The fine you could face if you drive in the bus lane. Jackie, good morning.
Good morning. And as you're heading out on this Monday morning commute, we're watching for some scattered showers and storms, some of those producing some heavy rainfall in a short period of time. So I'll have the latest details on this. We can expect for the rest of your Monday coming up.
And a Costco crackdown. While you might not be able to use just anyone's card anymore.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Your time right now is 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. Starting you off with a live look outside, a warm and muggy start to the work week. Well, thanks for starting your day with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Good morning to you. Shanika Grimshaw with more on your roads in just a moment. But first, Jackie, how's the forecast looking?
Well, out there this morning, we're seeing some clusters of showers and thunderstorms as well. So you may have woken up to some of that earlier, especially in the district. Now DC is seeing some dry conditions in between a cluster of storms off towards our north and then a few of those showers down to the south. So as we take a look right now, we're seeing some of those heavier downpours that did move through Montgomery County, now moving their way off towards the north and east. Seeing a few of those heavier rain showers over towards Annapolis at this point, even down across southernmost parts of Maryland, seeing some light showers right now. And even across over towards Charles County, seeing some of those light sprinkles even back over towards Quantico as well. Satellite radar showing us it's the extent of this low that's down towards our south that's producing the cloud cover and even some of those rain showers and thunderstorms that are moving across the area this morning. Temperatures 60s and 70s, a warmer start to the day out there in DC, coming in at 77 degrees elsewhere, though cooler than that in comparison to the district. Highs today likely mid to upper 80s for much of the area, likely low to mid 80s from DC and areas southbound, where we're expected to see a bit more of the cloud cover through the day, and also some chances of showers and thunderstorms still bubbling up through this afternoon. So we're not out of the woods after we get out of the morning hours. But more details and look ahead towards the rest of that 7 day in just a couple minutes. Shanika's back with the on-pour and look at those roadways. How's it looking right now?
What a Monday morning already. It is the 6 o'clock hour. You are seeing multiple crashes out there in the roadway. We're going to look at the Capitol Beltway throughout Prince George's County. This is right in College Park. You are seeing heavy delays because of a crash on the inner loop stretch, and that's right before 201 Kenilworth Avenue. Very heavy out there. BW Parkway heading north right near 450. You're also going to find crash activity, but look at how it looks out there on the roadway. So most of the Capitol Beltway is looking good throughout Northern Virginia, especially through Annandale, through Springfield. You're looking good. 395 heading northbound, no problem.
Thank you, Shanika. Your time right now is 6:02 on a Monday.
Let's take a quick look at your Know and Go headlines this morning. Metro says it's expecting Green Line service to run again at 10 o'clock this morning at the Fort Totten station. The station closed for construction over the weekend. Coming up this morning, we're going to have a list of other closures that could potentially impact you this summer.
The Pathway to Homeownership program is helping people across Frederick County, Maryland save enough money to buy a home. This is offered through the United Way of Frederick County and helps people to buy a home by matching their savings. The program also teaches people how to budget and improve their credit.
And happening now, doctors say they're seeing a rise in pickleball injuries. They say many injuries are fall or joint related. Doctors we spoke with recommend exercising at a comfortable level and warming up properly. All right, today marks the start of a new warning system in the district.
That is right. It is meant to keep drivers from blocking those public bus lanes. Our Lex Horace is live this morning in Columbia Heights. So Lex, tell us, what do drivers need to know?
Yeah, well, drivers are going to start seeing cameras on Metro buses. The point of that is that they're going to be seeing and working to catch drivers who are driving and blocking bus lanes, just like this one here on 14th Street. Now, WMATA and DDOT worked together for this program. A total of 31 bus routes are going to be monitored in the hopes that traffic will move along smoother without drivers taking up this designated bus space. Now, it's not only becoming a problem for traffic congestion, but also for those who use the bus system and WMATA drivers who have a schedule to stick to. Well, right now, drivers who are caught will get a warning, but starting early September, it will be a $200 fine. Bus riders welcome the change.
You got elderly people and you got people with wheelchairs, and it's hard for them to get, hop on and hop off the buses with all these cars in the way of the bus lane.
Well, the cameras on these buses will record drivers who travel park or idle in bus lanes. WMATA is actually considering also adding this to their bus routes in Virginia and Maryland. Of course, that happens. We'll update you on that change. Live in Washington, I'm Lex Suarez, DC News Now.
And Metro says Green Line service will be back up and running today at the Fort Totten station. They expect it open no later than 10 o'clock this morning. The station closed this past weekend for construction. Meantime, looking ahead for the rest of the summer, some other Green Line stations will be closed for the next few weeks. Right now, the Greenbelt, College Park, Hydesville Crossing, and West Hydesville stations are all closed. Officials say the stations are scheduled to reopen at the beginning of September. Free shuttles are available between those stations.
And DC police are investigating a deadly double shooting that happened in Northwest. Now, this all happened Saturday night right near Howard University. Police responded to calls of a shooting just before 10 o'clock on Girard Street. That is where they say they found a man dead. A short time later, they got a call about another man who was shot on Fairmont Street. That man also died. As of right now, no arrests have been made.
And police say a valet worker was robbed outside Del Frisco's Steakhouse in City Center Saturday night. Police say the suspect took off with multiple keys around 10 o'clock. The valet worker told police while talking with the customer the suspect ran up and then grabbed 4 keys. DC police are urging you to contact them if you happen to have any information. And DC Mayor Muriel Bowser is expected to announce a Hyundai anti-theft clinic to help protect vehicles from thieves. The clinic is a joint effort between police and the automaker after a string of thefts nationwide. Bowser says the new anti-theft updates are free. The clinic is going to take place in Southeast DC at the Armory Commons. Now, more details on the event are expected to be released at 11 o'clock this morning. Be sure to watch DC News Now at noon for the latest.
Your time right now is 6:06 this morning. A program in Frederick County, Maryland is helping people facing financial struggles by selling and buying their homes. Now, this says U.S. home sales are down almost 20% compared to this very same time last year. That is according to the National Association of Realtors. The Pathway to Home Ownership program through the United Way of Frederick County helps people who cannot afford basic needs save up and buy their own home by matching their savings. It also teaches people how to budget and improve their credit. One first-time homebuyer says this plan is helping to change her life.
Before I even knew about the program, it was always just a dream to me. I never thought it would really happen. I thought maybe if I won the lottery or something like that, I could become a homeowner. I just didn't think that it could happen to somebody like me.
The program has helped 30 people buy a new home since it started just over 2 years ago.
All right, the Washington Commanders are celebrating a new era of ownership. Josh Harris, a Chevy Chase, Maryland native, says it is now a dream come true. Now, he says he is very excited to begin a new journey with the region. Now, in case you missed it, Harris and the Commanders ownership group wrote an open letter to the fans in yesterday's edition of the Washington Post, wrapping around the entire paper. Here is what it said in part. It's no secret that these past years have been tumultuous for our franchise and our fans, but today marks a new era for the Commanders. Harris goes on to say, our promise is simple. We will do the work, create the culture, and make the investment needed to deliver for this team and for Washington. Now, as for the players, they say they're happy that the fans are back on their side.
I'll say it forever, man. I think our fan base is the best in the NFL. Now, I think they've felt some way about the old regime, and when you feel something about a product and you don't support it, that's the loudest voice any consumer can have, and I think they've shown that. So to have them back on our side is amazing.
And DC implementing a new district-wide swim policy at public pools. Swimmers are now required to get out of the water for at least 15 minutes every 45 minutes. The policy comes about a week after 2 adults almost drowned at a Fort Lincoln Rec Center. And every week, DC News Now is talking to doctors in the DMV about health issues that impact all of us.
Yeah, evening anchor Chris Flanagan spoke with the Bethesda-based orthopedic surgeon at Johns Hopkins, who says they're seeing a spike in patients with pickleball injuries this summer.
And we see, seniors and youth playing pickleball and playing pickleball together, which is wonderful. But you do have to be careful. Something that we have tend to see recently is falls. And so I think just being careful and playing at a comfortable level for you, I think is really, really important. And so, for maybe some of our seniors, it's more falls. For some of our younger athletes playing pickleball, it could be tennis elbow, those types of injuries, shoulder kind of tendonitis and that sort of thing. And again, that could be something as simple as the way that you're holding the racket, or maybe not warming up properly.
What about for all the weekend warriors out there getting off the couch, perhaps working out for the first time this summer? What recommendations do you give them? What advice do you give them to stay healthy?
You just got to go. You don't want to go too quickly in getting back into activities. And, I tell patients all the time, you can't, if you hurt or you have an injury or you have pain, you're not going to be able to do anything that you enjoy doing. So you just have to go nice and slow and progressively work up to your activities. Every joint in your body, whether your shoulder or knee, it kind of has a limit of function for that point in your life. And you don't want to exceed that limit. Now, you can increase that limit over time as you get stronger and as you increase your endurance. So it can be something as simple as, say you're wanting to get out and run, and maybe you start by you walk the curves, and then you run the straightaways, and then you just kind of ramp up a little bit as you go. And that generally can keep us out of trouble with a lot of these conditions.
Certainly some great advice there, Dr. Johnson. Always appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you.